Hello ladies and gentlemen, my camera has got hardly any battery left, but I'm going to continue, start the video regardless. Today we are talking about, again, this is a part 3 of the high value women. If you haven't watched yet, well, after this video you're welcome to watch part 1 and part 2 of the high value women series, where we discuss about how to really become the high value women and embody being the high value women. Today I wanted to cover something very important, which is social media. Now, of course, you are using social networking websites all the time. YouTube is also social media. So here you are watching this. So let's talk about how the high value woman treats social media. What is her approach when it comes to social media? Part number 1, we covered the basics like her essence and her persona and the characteristics. Today I want to discuss her approach when it comes to social media. I think it's very important. So a high value woman has a very healthy relationship to social media, which means she may consume social media in order to learn new skills, learn new information and stuff. She does it with a purpose. She is not scrolling left, right, center all day, all night because she thinks she has nothing better to do with her time. So just keep scrolling and share memes with your friends all day long. Scrolling is not her hobby. Okay, she's got some real hobbies. If you want to know creative hobbies, I've talked about them in part number 2. So go and watch the part number 2 after this video. But today I want to tell you that if you are someone who is a high value woman, there is no such thing as I am bored. We've discussed that. There's no such thing as boring people, a boring personality, or I am bored right now. There's no such thing. You have creative hobbies and you're busy with them. And social media scrolling is not your hobby. You use social media to be productive. You use social media with a purpose, let's say. Let's say you have a brand you're trying to grow. Well, you will use social media in order to generate sales and traffic. I use social media also to work with clients that I can do one-on-one, coaching and mentorship with. So I use social media with a purpose. And recently I found myself starting to scroll social media in the middle of the night, especially ever since I've came back to London, because this is supposed to be kind of like a holiday for me, just for a few days. And I feel like, whoa, I was bored. And in the middle of the night, I'm scrolling. And I realized pretty quickly, hold on a minute, this is just not a very high quality women approach to have when it comes to social media. What am I doing? I should not be doing this. I should be, doing something more productive, something more useful with my time and energy is what I should be doing. And not just scrolling on Instagram and TikTok all night long, because that is such low value traits to have. So if you find yourself doing that, just know that it's a very low quality person behavior. Took a whole tour of the city and now I'm back home. Back to this video. The battery is also charging. We were talking about social media. A high value woman never has this kind of relationship with TikTok where she's scrolling all day long, sharing, the same memes and videos from TikTok on WhatsApp all day long with her friends and relatives, having proper discussions about what is someone saying, what is somebody wearing and stuff like that. And as I said, high value women always have a very purposeful relationship when it comes to social media. They're either there for educational purpose, to learn certain skills, to maybe work with coaches and mentors, because you can always find them on social media. Also, you'll find some gems on social media, by the way, just so you know. High value women will always have a purpose, whether it's, again, making good connections, building a support system, maybe building a community for her business, maybe for her brand, driving sales, driving traffic to her website, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is that they do it with good intentions, with a pure heart, and they do it with a purpose. And that is what your relationship to social media should look like as a high value person. Now, whether, again, it's men or women, that's how it goes. And now, by the way, let me talk to the men for a bit here. Guys, many times I see men looking for girls, let's say for marriage or for serious relationships, and everybody stalks their social media. When they get a chance to, check them up online and like, what's going on? What are they all about? You guys look into women's social media and think, I don't even find her on social media. Well, that's a good sign. Let me tell you something. If in this day and age, you do not find a woman having somewhat of a presence online, that means she's hiding something. Don't take that as a green flag. It's actually a big, big, big red flag in your face. Because now here's the thing. As I said, either they're going to have a business or brand, or they're going to be building a community, they're selling something online, they're doing something online, which, again, that's great. I mean, not every fashion blogger, for example, is a bad influence or a bad person, let's say. Some of them are doing some really decent stuff. some of them are in the educational niche or whatever it is that they do it with a purpose. As I said, they do it in some decent ways. Okay, we're not talking about bikini models over here. And they're not doing this to be promiscuous, to just get men's validation, men's attention, and comments from men left, right, center, from all over the world, showing their bikini pictures or whatever, let's say. No, they're there to do it in a decent way. And online, they still come across as a person who comes from a certain family background, who lives a good life, let's say, but with decency. They have a good social circle, let's say. They're hanging out with the girls all the time, let's say. So look for signs like that. Don't look for signs like, oh, she's not even on social media. Because I tell you something, in this day and age, if somebody is not on social media completely, and I'm talking about the ladies, not the men, if a lady is not on social media, she's hiding from relatives, she's hiding from a toxic family member, she's hiding from her friends, or she's hiding from a violent ex. She's hiding from someone. She is hiding something. Or maybe she is the sheikh's third wife. Okay, she is hiding something, and that is why you do not see any traces of her online. And that's never really a green sign, a green flag. It's a red flag, a big one right in your face. Because as I said, if you want a high value woman on your side in your life, look for things like, okay, she has a presence, which nowadays, by the way, everybody has. Even the women you think, oh, they're not even on social media, how amazing is that? I told you, it's not amazing. But even they have like fake accounts and scrolling social media left, right, center, day and night. They're still there. Everybody is on social media. Like, you need to wrap your heads around that. Point, period, and blank. Every female on planet Earth at this point is on social media, and that's that, okay? Either with her own face, either doing something with purpose, either doing something with not good intentions, or she's there with a fake account, but she's still there. So look for what's healthy. Don't look that, oh, she's not even there, what a mystery. No, you can still be present online and still come across as high value and come across as mysterious, because we're not posting all our daily lives, A to Z, where we're at, what we're doing, our locations, our families. No, we don't share stuff like that. This is not for the world to see. We do it with a purpose. I share educational stuff, for example. You would never hear me speak about random gossipy things. It's just not me. Why would I share that? Why would I share my personal friends online? Why would I share my family? Nothing goes on there, because it doesn't have to. Because it's not for display, it's not for show off, it's not for people to see. It's nobody's business, right? So look for stuff like this. Don't look for, oh, she's not even there. Because now chances are she's there with a fake account and she still has a very unhealthy relationship with social media. That's very much possible. I mean, there's always some exceptions also, but for the most part, keep these points in your mind if there's like a man watching this video right now. So yes, a presence on social media is important. Having a healthy presence is something you should be looking out for, and not the scrolling behavior, sharing memes all day and stuff like that. I think that's very unhealthy, because you will always find these girls sitting in your car with you, but then they're taking selfies left, right, center. They want to post everything on their stories. They want to take picture of every single thing that you own, and that's very, very disrespectful. So look for someone who is there on social media, but they have such grace about it, they have such self-control, they're not doing things randomly left, right, center in your presence. That's something you look out for, because that shows real self-discipline, that shows self-control, that shows quality. That's what it does. Somebody hiding, you're going to be suspicious of that, because what are they hiding from? Are they somebody's third wife? They probably have lots of sugar daddies, let's say, which is very true, by the way. The few people that I've known or, have come across, and that is their lifestyle, they hide themselves on social media, right? So it's not like, oh, just because they're not on social media, this is an amazing person to, wife up. Sometimes it's actually the opposite. Let's talk a little bit about social behaviors of high-value women. Now, here's the fact about high-value women. They are done with the basics. They have healed themselves. Their inner child is healed. They have cleansed their auras. Their vibes are much better. Their energy is great. They radiate on a different frequency level. There's vibrance in their aura, in their presence. You feel it, you sense it, and that's high value. They have this inner quiet satisfaction and inner peace, and they have vibrance, and they glow from within, and that's who the high value woman is amongst you all. And socially, if you see, she will be the one moving with confidence, with grace. You'll find that she's not hiding from anyone. She's present, but gracefully. There's this quiet presence, right? And that's how she moves socially. She has healthy connections, healthy sisterhood, healthy friendships in her life, because everything that's lower than that, she doesn't entertain that. And now a shameless plug here. This is also an invitation for you to join my top 10% frequency course, because when you do that course, you vibrate on another level. Your frequency is completely shifted. You enter that new identity. Your frequency is now different, and you only attract experiences that are also on the same level of your frequency. You only attract people that are also vibrating on the same level of consciousness and frequency, right? And when you have that kind of life, that means you're sitting in the driving seat of your life, and you will only end up having the kind of results that you really want out of life. And if not, you still stand at a better position in life overall, right? However, if you leave everything to the flow, we'll see what happens and then we'll see. That means you're living in a very reactive space. And high value women do not live in a place where it's all about, let's see what happens and then we're going to react. No, they don't live in reactive spaces. Life is not about you waiting for everything to happen and then you're going to react on that based on what's happening. That's you going with the flow. And you cannot go with the flow, because I always say to my students in the courses, when you go with the flow, it means you're just letting life happen, right? And life happens to you, sometimes it really kicks you in the ass. You don't want that. Similarly, if you're going with the flow, that means you're a dead fish, riding the waves of the ocean. And sometimes those waves can land you in the mouth of a shark. What are you going to do then? Nothing, because you were going with the flow. That means life can land you anywhere and you'll be okay with that. And now life will wait for you to react. What you're going to do now? So living in a place of reactiveness is not really the right approach to living life. You need to sit on the driving seat and be like, you know what? I know where I'm driving this damn car. God is with me. My faith is strong. I have the right kind of mindset. I have the right kind of guidance. I have the right kind of support system on my side. We know where we're headed. You need to know where you're headed in life. It's all about clarity, right? And high value women always have that kind of clarity. You will always see Uber girls, the low value women. You'll see a bunch of Uber girls sitting together and nobody has no idea where they're going. They think they're over smart, overconfident, they be talking shit, they have a big, wide, gossipy mouth, but they never have anything of value to tell each other. They never have any value to add into others' life either. It's all random gossip and nothing is ever useful. You see high value women sitting together, they're talking about life, honey. They're talking about relationships. They're talking about friendships. They're talking about their family life. They're talking about their children. They're talking about marriages. They're talking about their families, their relatives, their close-knit communities, whatever it is that they have going on in their life. They're talking about stuff like that. They're talking about fitness. They're talking about fashion. There's a lot of things that high value women can talk about with one another. And most of these conversations will always lead to more improvements in each other's life. You cannot have high value friendships and still remain an Uber girl. You can't, because being in the presence of their energy alone is going to improve your life and take you up a notch. Because high value women are never going to sit down with you if you are way too low anyway. They want the same shit. Like, they want the same frequency. They want the same energy. They want you to be on their same level. And however much snobbish or mean that sounds to you, it is what it is. You tell me, being a high value woman, do you really want to sit with Uber girls? For what? Why are you going to entertain them for? For what? They're only going to suck your energy, and you know that. Why do you want that? You don't. You only want to sit with people of same caliber, if not higher than you. So high value women are the healthy people that have already healed their inner child. They have done the frequency work. Again, enter the top 10% frequency course. It's on ladyesha.com. When you do that, you already go up a notch. Not just one. And life becomes better and better and better and better and more abundant and more abundant and more abundant. All your experiences get more better, bigger, and more quality. Why? Because now that's your set standard frequency and you have a certain expectation for yourself. That's why. You can't go back once you're over there. That's the thing. Many people enter the course and as soon as they enter, things change in their life. You can never go back from there. When you start stepping into abundance, stepping into wealth, stepping into being high value, and only entertain high value people, high value experiences, your outcome of life overall changes. You will never want to go back to where you were weeks ago before doing the course. You will never want to go back where you were like last year or a few months. Why? Because it's like, why would you entertain anything that's low frequency? You don't want to do that. If you want to be the high value woman, You have to have a certain degree of assertiveness. I think we talked about this in part number 1 of my series, the High Value Women series. This is part number 3 today. We talked about this on part number 1. And also, let me tell you that socially, high value women always know that, you know what, people are trying to do their best. Now, here's the thing between high value people and Uber girls who are not healed yet, and they're very, very childish. High value women are childlike, meaning open to life, open to experiences, receptive, open to receive, laughing, fun, all good. Uber girls are closed off, but so childish that they don't even know how to process their emotions very well. You can trigger them easily. You can make them jealous very, very easily. But it's very different on this side of the world. It's like, you can't trigger me no matter what you say. It's your life, your problem, has nothing to do with me. Even if you're 10 times better than me, I'm super happy for you. In fact, I would want you as a friend. Why not? But you're not going to make me jealous. You're not going to trigger me at all. It doesn't cross my mind to be jealous of anybody because it doesn't make sense. Why would we? We are not children that still need healing. That's the Uber girls, right? And Uber girls, because that's how they function, they think every other person is out there to get them. You know how just like every other Kareem boy, for example, thinks that all women are out there to get their money, like the few coins that they have. The Kareem boys don't even have that much money to begin with anyway. Why are they worried about their few coins that they have? Like that much money, all women nowadays can make easily anyway. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point talking about those kinds of things? That's the Kareem boy approach. That's the Kareem boy approach. That's like the Uber girl approach. They think everybody's out there to get them. Sit down. Nobody's here to get you. There is nothing special about you anyway in the first place. Now talk to high value women, high value men. They're not worried about stuff like that. They know the reality of life. They know how dynamics work. They know how, social dynamics work. They know about the social hierarchy also. They're very well aware of that, okay? They know how things between the poor work. They know how things between the middle class works. They know how the things with, self-made entrepreneur life work. They know how things with the elites work also. They know, they have seen it all. Uber girls, well, they don't even have reached to that kind of life yet. They don't have any reach to, different levels of people. That's why they do not have that built-in intelligence as of yet. They still have to see the world and explore a little bit. The same goes for the Kareem boys. You talk to high-value men, they're like, of course women want everything from us. Let's be the best. Let's be the providers. Let's achieve this. Let's do it all. Because of course my woman wants everything from me. You talk to a Kareem boy, it's like, well, I'm not going to work too much. Why should I? I think my woman needs to bring half of it too. And even if she doesn't, even if I'm going to do something for her, I want something in return. There's always like this exchange that they want, right? They're not doing this from a place of willingness. They're not doing this from a place of, because I want to be generous, because I want to be the big man. No, they're doing it because, let me see what I can get now. It's that kind of childish energy. High value people are childlike, yes, but not childish. Nothing about them is childish. Do not take them for a fool just because they're kind and sweet. On the other hand, Kareem boys and Uber girls, they act to be very smart and intelligent and overconfident, but they're never really that nice. And that is why, because they're not nice, they think no human is nice. Everybody's out there to get them. A healed person doesn't think like that. A healed person, high value woman, knows, you know what? Every human being is doing their best. And since that's their standard expectation from the world, we only come across people that really are doing their best, especially in their presence. You cannot be a high value woman and keep attracting low quality people, low quality experiences. You can't, because they don't sit well with you. It only makes sense that once you enter that new identity and you become the high value woman, you only attract really high quality experiences, high quality people, high quality life, high quality money, high quality everything. And you know very well that other people are only doing their best, because high value people understand that, humans at their core are really there to be helpful to each other, to give, to be charitable, to be kind to each other. That's our core values. As human beings, it's in our DNA, it's in our core, okay? I want to be nice. Tell me you have a problem, cry in front of me. Of course I want to be nice to you. That's every person. Even if you talk to gangsters and drug dealers, even they have that kind of sympathy, okay? You cry in front of them, there's a problem, blah, blah, blah. Somehow they want to help you, okay? Yes, all of them. And that's the only kind of people that you will attract as high value people, like the ones that really are at their best, doing their best. It's only the low quality people that keep attracting more low quality people, more low quality people, more low quality experiences, and they keep staying in that cycle of, yeah, the world is this and life is shit and people are this, I'm not sure, I don't know about life is this, blah. They never have clarity. They never have good experiences as such, and they're always worn out. You meet them at the age of like in their 30s and 40s, and they're like the ones that are really, really the most worn out. And then they have the audacity to sit down and say, why are these girls always looking so cute and feminine and going to the gym and looking fit for their men? They're just arm candies. Like, these Uber girls are always hating on women that have it together, right? These ladies are just arm candies. Like, they have these men, they have their husbands to take care of them. It's kind of like they just want an arm candy. They don't even respect their own women, and she doesn't even respect him either. She's just there for the money, blah blah blah, because they have small minds, because they haven't been exposed to those kind of dynamics yet. That's the only way their little brain can think and function, like, right? So they do not understand those kinds of dynamics. But the thing is, that high value person, she entered the new identity. She became the top 10% frequency woman, and she knows what she's got to do to be in that position. And that's something an Uber girl will never understand. So she will sit down and sit there with all the rest of the Uber girls and talk bad about the high value women all the time, because high value women seems to attract money, a good husband, relationship, good friendships, lots of money, maybe a new business, or maybe her partner has more and more progress in her presence, right? And then the Uber girls will always talk bad about that woman. Oh, she's just a good looking bimbo. She doesn't even have a brain. The thing is, more than a woman's brain, I will always tell you this, more than a woman's brain, your intuition, your feminine essence, your heart, it matters way more than your brain. Your emotional intelligence, way more than your brain. Your emotional intelligence is way more valuable than your brain. Okay, your intuition and your gut feelings are way more smarter than your brain. You girls, you females are so lucky. All of us females are very, very lucky, because even if we don't use this, we'll still be fine. If only we have built that inner emotional intelligence, we've processed our emotions enough to build that. It's kind of like a muscle, right? You have to build that. So I think your intuition, I would also say, it's also like a muscle. You have to build that. You have to keep listening to your intuition, unless you become very used to listening to your intuition, and it's such a loud, clear voice in your body that your ears are so open, you always listen to it very clearly, right? And well, there are steps to that. Sometimes you have to eat very clean and do a few other things, which we talk about in my top 10% frequency course. The things that you do, which makes you, more attuned with your own intuition and your gut feeling, so that you can loudly hear it and actually listen to it. You have to train yourself for that. It's a muscle, okay? It's kind of like a muscle. You have to always train yourself for that. When you do that, you'll always be fine. You don't even need to use your brain that much. Make your life easy. You don't have to use this thing that much. Trust me. Make it easy for yourself. You don't have to do that much calculations. You don't have to do that much strategically planning this and that. You don't have to. You can do everything with so much ease and grace, you have no idea. Forget about using this all the time. And by that, I don't even mean you have to be dumb. No. If you're in the course, you know what I'm talking about, so I'm just going to end this topic over here. If you want to know that you've healed your inner child and you're on your way of becoming the high-value woman, because that's where it starts. Can never start without that, okay? You need therapies and you need coaching, and there's no debate about that. I find it so funny every time people think they have healed their inner child and they have healed themselves, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, well, which professionals did you work with? Oh, none. I just sat down and talked to a few of my girlfriends. Are you kidding me? Who are you trying to kid? You cannot be high-value women if you're that delusional. High-value women are very accountable and responsible. They take full accountability. So if you want to know that you're healed and on your way to be the top 10% frequency women, high-quality women, high-value women, how you will know is when you have healed your inner child and you're vibing differently and people see you shining. There is something about you, you're glowing differently. There's like this inner vibrance. Your frequency is different, so your life experiences start to change and shift. Let's say, for example, your husband starts giving you more money. You start looking better. People all around you respect you more. They want to give you more. They just want to give you. They just want to make you happy. They want to see that smile on your face. If more and more life experiences are becoming easier, more graceful, with flow and ease, without you having to use this too much, That's when you know, oh, I'm entering a new era. I'm entering the top 10% frequency. That's what I'm doing. So that's how you know. And you take full accountability about your past experiences, your childhood, your traumas. You take full responsibility and accountability why your previous relationships didn't work, let's say. You take full accountability as a high value woman why, certain friendships didn't work out, or why you didn't get well along with other colleagues at work, or why your, work environment was as toxic as it was, or why your ex left you, blah, blah, blah. You will take full accountability without labeling others as he was toxic, she was narcissistic, he this and she that, and he this and he that. You don't do that anymore. It's like, wait a minute. Why this obsession of labeling and titling everybody? You don't have to. Let them go. Listen, in somebody's book, you're also a narcissist. In somebody's book, you're probably also toxic. You sitting here all the time, my ex was toxic and my sister is this and my mother, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Take accountability, because you are the one who's being affected. You're the one who's been damaged. You're the one who's living life a certain way. All of them are fine. They're fine. Everybody's looking out for themselves, okay? They're fine. Are you helping yourself? Because if you're not even helping yourself, well, then you cannot be high value. High value people help themselves first, because only then they know they can help others also. And high value people, they speak up when they need help. They're not going to be arrogant. Oh, I can coach myself. I can heal myself. I can do therapies myself. I can do it all by myself. Where's your guidance system? Where is your support system? Where's your coaches at? Where's your mentors at? Where's your doctors at? Where's your psychiatrist? Where's your therapist? Where's your guru? Who are you learning from? Where is these people at? If you don't have none of these people, you can never be high value. Let me tell you this much, because all these people, all of us, we have strong support system. We have people backing us up. We have something going on in the background, which the average person will be like, I'm not sure, maybe it seems out of your reach. But you all have those kinds of people that you can learn from, be in their team. You always can have and build those sisterhood relationships that you can learn something from. But it always starts with you being accountable and responsible enough to be able to build good connections. Because if you're socially useless, or let's say if you're very, very antisocial, well, because that kind of doesn't make sense. You have to be socially a bit more adaptable, right? If you want to be high value, you cannot just be antisocial because I hate human beings and human beings hate me. How high value does that sound to you? I hate people and people hate me. I'm going to be antisocial. Is that high value? Please. But anyhow, guys, today we wanted to talk about social media and your social dynamics and your social behaviors and stuff like that. Walk with confidence and walk with your head held up high. And you can always only have your head held up high when you have real people in the background, in your team, supporting you, working with you, rooting for you, clapping for you. Build those connections, build that sisterhood, build that brotherhood. If you're a brother, brotherhood is important. You know that there's brother codes. You all brothers, we love you for this, because your brotherhood is very, very strong. I think it's the sisters that now need some sisterhood in their life also. It's high time. You'll be hating each other. You know how much men make fun of women? Because in their mind it's like, all women are jealous of each other anyway. That's like their common basic concepts. I think you ladies need to change that. I mean, come on. Stop. High value women always have sisterhood. They always have a team. They always have a support system. They always have guidelines from real women in their life. It's either their mother, their sister, their mentor, their coach, their doctor, their therapist, their best friend, their childhood friend, their aunt. Someone is there in their life, okay, that they're learning from, and they're watching them in real life and be like, whoa. And be like, whoa, that's what I need to learn from. That's what I aspire to be. That's the life I also want. And that's how smartly I want to live. And that's how smartly I want to live as well, because look at her life. Love it. That's what I want. I'm going to do that. They don't listen to, random people, Uber girls. They do not listen to Uber girls, because Uber girls are never going to sit down and give you quality advice. You want quality advice? Well, guess what? Sit with quality people, high quality people, high value people only. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful. This was part number 3 of the High Value Women series. Part number 1, part number 2 is already on my channel, and you can watch that. I am Lady Esha, your self-development and transformational coach, and I make educational videos to help you with your mindset and your well-being. Of course, it's going to help you with the level up journey, but I think level up is very basic concept now. Like we're way past that. This is more about you entering your new identity as a top 10% women, and work on your frequency, work on your inner child, and heal your inner child so you can actually live your best life and get the best results that everybody dreams of having and wishes to have. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in my course, the top 10% women frequency course. And I cannot wait to see the results that you will have in your life with that course, because it instantly quantum leaps you to the next stage of life. So I'll see you there. Educational, remember. Maybe this is a better outro. Educational, remember.